My name is James Williams Jr., and this is Kung Fu Habit number 2. Uh, in the next 30 some odd minutes, or whatever, it's gonna be Father's Day. I reluctantly enough don't have my father anymore. He is no longer breathing. I have been blessed enough to know in life, though, I have been blessed with at least 2 dads, biological and non-biological, and these be them. All right. And let me tell you something, for all you people out here who have your dads or your moms, love them while you got them. Because when they gone, life don't get no damn easier. And they say that if you lose your dad or your mom when you get older, that it doesn't hurt as much. Well, whoever tells you that, punch them in the face for me. Because that's the biggest crock of bullshit that you will ever hear in your life. I miss my dad every fucking second of every day. Both of them. So let me give you a little stat. Let's go with my surrogate dad first. This is James Richard Shiflett. Blood did not make him my father, but everything else did. Now, fathers and sons don't see eye to eye. And we rarely bumped heads, but when we did, we bumped heads. And a lot of things fucked us up a bit, but we got our shit back together, And last 2 weeks of his life was probably the worst 2 weeks of mine. While he was in the hospital, only his cousin Patty and their cousin Jeannie, I can't remember her name, but we were the only 3 there, day and night. We took shifts. If I was at work, Peggy was at the hospital with her cousin. They weren't there, I was there. They were there most of the day while I was at work, and when they weren't there, I was there. And for 2 weeks, at least a week and a half, I had basically had to be asked politely to leave the University of Virginia Hospital. Couldn't drag me away from there, you understand me? Could not drag me out of there. Because this man here, my second father, gave me a home when no one fucking else would. He gave me a roof over my head, a couple of days in and out due to his renting agreement. Couldn't stay there for more than 28 days, but it was good. I never really stayed there more than a week. But he gave me a home when my biological family was not there. Not counting him, because he lived in a different city. At the roughest parts of my life, this man was there for me. This is my father. Y'all don't like it? Not my problem. This man is my second father. He let me film movies at his house. He gave me a roof. He gave me food. Took me to Canada. Took me to Florida. We went places. We had a fucking blast. I miss my second father. Thank you for being in my life, Rick Shiflett. Or as you're legally known, James Richard Shiflett. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's not enough thank yous that I can give to you for being there for me and helping me grow. This is my biological father, or at least him and I think we are. This man loved me, never put me down, never stopped me from dreaming, always spoke to me as if I was a fucking human being, never rarely raised his voice at me, and treated me like I was the greatest gift that God ever gave him. In turn, the truth is, he was the greatest gift that God ever gave me. And so was my second father. But the fact of the matter is, there are only 2 times in my life that my father could not be there. And those were the 2 summers that he did not have a job. That was the summer I got bit by a horse. And that was like the summer before, I think I was turning either 11 or something like that. It was 2 summers. They weren't back to back, but they were 2 summers. And, it was all good. It wasn't that big of a deal. My father, I have chewed him out once or twice. He never raised his hand at me. He barely raised his voice at me. One time there was an incident where I didn't get something, and I called him a lying son of a bitch. Without hesitation, he forgave me, showed me what the problem was, and then he took me to the store to get that motherfucking Cobra Terradrome. Two problems happened there. One, the store didn't have the Terradrome, and two, after we got to searching for it, I really realized I didn't need it. The fact that he was willing to go through all the hell. We went to 3 stores, by the way, in Newport News. So we went to those 3 stores, and we never found it. But that wasn't it. It was cool that we never found it because we had a long talk, and I told him, Dad, honestly, now that I know the truth, I really don't need that Terradrome. But I wanted something better. So I wanted the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, which we would have got. There was just one problem. That son of a bitch was too long. It couldn't fit in the car. So Dad's like, yeah, you can't get that, son. I'm sorry. But he never lied to me. He never looked me dead in my face, and he never lied to me. He always told me the truth. Son, I can't afford it. He didn't beat around the bush. He didn't bullshit me. He straight up told me the truth. If he couldn't afford it, he didn't say, like, we'll get it next time. No, he straight up told me, I can't afford it. So in that, thank you, Father. In closing, happy Father Day to both of my fathers that I will hope to see again when I leave this earth. Thank you both. Thank you both so much for loving me, because no one else does and no one else ever will. But you two gave me strength. So hopefully when it's time for me to cross over, you'll be there with open arms so that I can see you all again. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Come Forever number 2. Hug your fathers if they're in your lives. Now let me get negative real fast. For all you fathers who create babies and don't give a flying fuck about them and won't show up, won't treat them anything, and buy them gifts to buy their love instead of spending 5 fucking minutes with your child. That's what you get right there. Because you're not creating young men, you're creating young menaces to society. You're not raising young women, you're raising young women to become pregnant and stuck on welfare because you're not giving them the fatherly love that you should be giving them. Instead of being out here running the streets, instead of being out here smoking weed, trying to be everything that other black people are doing, you need to fucking be daddies. You need to be the fuck at home doing your fucking job. Teaching your daughter how to read, teaching your son how to read, teaching them how to have relationships and not knock people up or be knocked up by people who don't want to have babies in the first place. You need to be teaching your children right from wrong. You teach them how to be strong when they're being bullied at school. You teach them how to be strong because life does not get any fucking easier when you get out of school. The real games begin. And life out here after school is not a fucking game. So for all you fathers who have been blessed to have children, get off your ass, throw away the crack, the weed, the alcohol, and do your motherfucking jobs. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Come for Habit number 2. If that offended you, I don't give a flying fuck. Happy Father's Day.